Okay. So let us start with our MUET speaking. Just few minutes, yeah. Just a glance regarding our MUET speaking test tomorrow, right? So this is the question paper. I'll just give you the example for booklet 2. Yeah, session 2, 2022. I hope that you guys already viewed this past year, all the past year questions, especially in session 2, 2022 past year questions, right? Okay, and this is part 1. So I would think I already mentioned so many times. In part 1, make sure you refer to the bolded section. Yeah, for example, here talk about exercising regularly. This is for candidate A stars. Yeah, always read the bolded phrase. Yeah, and in part 2, we have group discussion. Yeah, always read at the bottom of the question here. At the end of the discussion, try to decide the best way the government can help improve mental health among citizens. Okay? Uh, okay. Okay. For MUET speaking test, number 1, make sure you bring your MUET registration slip. Number 2, bring your IC. Next, yeah, please bring along your Ace Ahead book because you have time actually to do some practice. And the most important thing, bring at least one booklet, yeah, from your MUET speaking past year questions. When you are presenting, please pull down your face mask and speak loud and clear. Right? Okay. For both parts, do not talk to the examiner. Yeah, number 1, do not talk to examiner. Yeah, except for the greeting, the development of ideas. That means your points. Make sure you include relevant points. Elaborate and please give examples. Okay, always give examples so that you're able to have extra marks in terms of points. Yeah, your fluency, reader, make sure there's no gaps. Yeah, just speak in a nice way. Avoid from having gaps. Gaps means stop, stop, stop. Yeah, like the Morse code. So that means it's not good actually. All right. And then your cohesive devices, use the linkers. For example, my first point is, my second point is, next, then, furthermore, in conclusion, yeah. But be careful. In conclusion, in part 2, avoid from having in conclusion unless you are the leader. Please be confident. Don't read, don't look down. Eye contact with other candidates only. Yeah, during your responses, you just have eye contact with other candidates only. Don't look at the examiner. Try to smile, even though it's very hard. Make sure you small notes. Yeah, you just say, oh, okay, yeah, make some small notes and hand gestures, right? Don't forget, so that you're able to get extra marks for that. Your language, of course, I understand. It's okay if you can't construct the proper sentences in a proper sentence. Yeah, don't worry. Of course, you are going to have few grammatical errors, but as long as it is English, no problem at all. And do not use any bahasa Melayu words. All right? So, clear pronunciation and intonation. Speak loud and clear. Don't worry. Yeah. So if you feel that you make mistake in terms of the pronunciation of certain words, it's okay as long as you speak loud and clear. So that will be for both parts. In part 1, of course, you're going to start with the greeting. Very good morning, I bid to the examiner. Oh God, I forgot. This should be a very good morning to the examiners because you have 2 examiners. All right. Okay. So very good morning, I bid to the examiners and fellow candidates. In my opinion, I think start with your 3 points, elaborate, give examples. Do not talk to the examiner except for greeting. I'm so sorry. I have to keep on repeating this point. Yeah, this section, it is very important. Do not talk to the examiner except for greeting. For the responses, make sure you have eye contact with other candidates only. Yeah, during your responses, yeah, when you're giving points, when you are elaborating your points, do not look at the examiner. Yeah, hand gestures, do not stop early. Make sure in part 1, do not stop early. All right, and do not forget to say thank you. Right, so part 1, always say thank you, so that the examiners are going to feel appreciated. All right, so please say thank you in part 1. Part 2, points, elaborate examples. Again, do not talk to the examiner. Same thing, responses, you only have eye contact with other candidates. Do not say thank you when you want to pass to other candidates. So most of the students, yeah, most of the candidates, in the first phase, they already say, I think that's all from me, thank you. What do you think, candidate B? So please don't do that. All right, that is not the good way for you to have part 2. Okay, and then do not forget your tagline for closure. For example, refer to MUET is a hit book, page 70. That's a good idea. That sounds great. I support your suggestion. All right, so just choose one tagline. Yeah, for example, the leader will ask you, does anyone have anything else to say? So you just say, that's a good idea. Or maybe that sounds great. Yeah. If the leader, yeah, doesn't say anything about that, it's okay. You just say that I support your suggestion. Right? So that's the only thing I would like to mention, yeah, the last moment that I would like to mention regarding our MUET speaking test. So open to question and answer session. Do you have anything to ask, darling? Daksha, I think. Daksha, what's your question?
Yes, madam. Madam, my
Okay.
question is,
Mm-mm.
in individual presentation, part
Okay.
1, if for
Mm-hmm.
example, I'm candidate A, so when I want
Mm-hmm.
to start the conversation,
All
is that
right.
I have to restate back the situation and then I start with my part, or can I just start with my part?
Okay.
Uh,
So you are talking about part 1.
part, yes, part 1.
Okay. So part 1, what's your question again in part 1?
If I'm starting the conversation or it's my next turn to start to continue the conversation, is that I have to restate back the situation given or just continue with my question?
You are talking about part 1, right?
Yeah, part 1.
Okay. So now, this is the question. This is your task. Am I right?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So your task is you need to talk about exercising regularly. Uh, so what you should do right now, you are going to start with the proper greeting like usual. Very good morning, I bid to the examiners and fellow candidates. In my opinion, exercising regularly is the best way to reduce stress. First and foremost, so you start with your first point. Am I answering your question or
Yes,
not?
madam. Yeah.
So that means you still need to give the greeting. Of course, it is a must for you to start with the greeting. And then you are going to state your task. Yeah. In my opinion, I think. So take back the phrase, the bolded phrase here. In my opinion, I think exercising regularly is the best way to reduce stress. My first point is, so give your first point. All right. What is the elaboration about that first point? And what is the example? All right. After that, you continue with your second point. My second point is, or next, okay, until you finish with the third point. And if you feel that it's almost time, you just straight away say, in conclusion, I think the best way to reduce stress is exercising regularly. Thank you. That's it. Yeah. So no need to elaborate so many things. When you already conclude, when you have your closure, straight away you just say, in conclusion, I think exercising regularly is the best way to reduce stress. Thank you. Okay? Okay or
Okay,
not?
madam.
All right.
Okay.
Very
Thank
good
you.
question, Daksha.
Okay, thank you,
What
madam.
about others? Anyone else? Just Daksha alone. Really? You don't have any questions? If you don't have any questions, then we just end our Q&A session for MUET Speaking test. Arshad, anything that you want to ask?
No, teacher. No, madam.
Sure.
For now, that's all.
All right. What about others? Aina Shazira. Yes, Aina. Do you have anything to ask, Aina?
No, madam.
Sure. When is your MUET
Uh,
Speaking test? Yeah, Aina.
19 October. 19
Oh, no
October.
wonder you don't have question at this moment. Danish, do you want to ask anything? Danish? Yusra. Mike, only smartwatch that are not allowed to bring, right, madam? Okay, actually, you are allowed to bring everything, no problem. Yeah, you can bring your mobile phones, you can bring your smartwatch, but when you enter the quarantine room, yeah, when you enter the quarantine room, you need to surrender all your mobile phones and also your smartwatch. Yeah, for example, if your session will start at 7:30 o'clock, so make sure you be on time, enter the quarantine room. Okay, after that, the chief examiner will start the briefing. Yeah, he's going to start the briefing, and towards the end of the briefing, he's going to say, okay, kindly surrender all your mobile phones and also your smartwatch, right? That means you have to give all your mobile phones and also your smartwatch, right? Ah, so it's okay. You want to bring your smartwatch, you want to bring your mobile phone, it doesn't matter at all. But you have to hand in everything, all your gadgets to the examiners. My recommendation, no need to wear any smartwatch. If mobile phone is okay, you want to bring your mobile phone, okay. But don't bring, if you have 3 mobile phones, don't bring all the 3 mobile phones. Just bring 1 mobile phone will be more than enough. All right? Okay. Good question, darling. Anything else? Madam, are the examiners for part 1 and part 2 are the same people? Yes. In both parts, you are going to receive the same examiners. Yeah, you are going to receive examiner 1 and examiner 2. All right. Madam, we cannot bring paper and pen to jot down any points, right? No need. Yeah. When you enter the examination room, you just bring your IC and also your MUET registration slip. Okay, because they are going to provide you a test pad and also pencil and eraser. Yeah, so don't worry about that. All right, but you just bring your pencil case if in case we do not know, yeah, we do not know what's happening next week. So you just bring at least one pencil, one pen, and also one eraser. Yeah, so that if anything happen, for example, if they said that, you can bring along your pencil and eraser, so at least you are ready with your pencil and eraser. Okay? Madam, the pencil and pen at the place of speaking test will be prepared. For your information, the examination officer, yeah, he already tried his best to provide pencils and eraser, yeah, and the examiners will provide you the test pad. Okay, but you just bring at least one pencil and one eraser, just in case, yeah, they don't have, or maybe they misplaced the pencils and erasers. For test pad, no worries. Yeah, they are going to give you the test pad for you. Yeah, but later you need to crumple the test pad and throw it to the dustbin. Okay, because you are not allowed to bring anything, yeah, from the examination room. Okay. From the quarantine room, yeah, you are going to the examination room. So make sure you bring everything, your bag, your water bottle, yeah, your books, bring everything to the examination room, because after the MUET speaking test, you are not allowed to go back to the quarantine room. Okay? All right. Thank you,
Madam,
Amy. Yes.
how about the attire for tomorrow?
Oh, please wear the um I think it is better for you to wear the formal attire. Yeah? Because when you wear nice attire, the examiners will feel that you are very serious in sitting for MUET speaking test. Do not wear smart casual, right? So for boys especially, please wear the formal attire. Girls also, for Muslim girls, I don't mind because you're going to wear probably your baju kurung. Sorry, yeah. For non-Muslims, as long as you are wearing a nice formal attire, that will be just fine. But don't wear tracksuit, do not wear your tracksuit, your t-shirt, yeah, when you enter the examination room. Because we want to show our nice, yeah, we have to be presentable in order to get marks. Yeah, that is how we are going to gain some extra marks from the examiners. Yeah, right. Good question, Daksha. Anything else? Nothing? Okay. All right. So I wish you the very best of luck in your MUET speaking test. Before we end, can we have some photo session? Photo session, please. Can you please enable your cameras? To screen. Switch on your camera. I'm going to stop recording.